and welcome to this week's LOLC Securities Weekly Market Roundup. I am Tharundu Amarasekara.
And I am MIGA Ravijayamanna. This is the sound of profitability. Profits at Sri Lanka Ports Authority rose by 75% to 34.93 billion rupees in 2024 as container transshipment volumes rose amid Red Sea troubles. Total revenue rose to 98.2 billion rupees in 2024 from 84.2 billion rupees in 2023, with stevedoring revenues rising to 33.9 billion rupees from 27.4 billion rupees. Despite a 33.5% drop in total ship arrivals in 2024, with only 3,426 ships compared to 5,155 in 2023, container throughput at major terminals witnessed significant growth. This upturn is largely attributed to shifts in global shipping patterns due to the Red Sea crisis. SLPA's own terminals had carried 2.4 million containers in 2024. This was up by 22.8% compared to 2 million in 2023. The container handling at Colombo Port rose by 13% to 7.8 million TEUs in 2024. The SLPA gets fees and royalties from private terminals in Colombo.
According to the Finance Ministry, in order to strengthen the corporate governance, Sri Lanka is on the hunt for independent directors for the state banks.
KPMG executive search has been hired to find the directors. KPMG has invited applications from eligible and suitably qualified candidates via advertisements published online in newspapers and social media platforms including LinkedIn. A special selection committee has been appointed to oversee and guide the selection process in accordance with established criteria and best practices, the ministry said.
Sri Lanka has tabled a bill to set up a gambling regulatory authority as the first international casino operator is planning to open operations in Colombo's City of Dreams. This is the first integrated resort project in South Asia. According to the draft bill published, the agency will also license junket operators. Junket operators bring in high rollers for a share of profits of the casinos. The bill has been prepared by examining practices in other countries, not only in Singapore but other jurisdictions. Melco Resorts and Entertainment Limited is expected to open its casino in Colombo in August, according to its local partner John Keel's Holdings.
The BOI, better known as Board of Investment, informed the President that Sri Lanka has attracted investment proposals worth up to $4.6 billion in 2025 so far.
A statement from the President's media division said the BOI has successfully increased foreign direct investments by $96 million in the first quarter of 2025 compared with the same period in 2024. BOI officials also noted that relative to the first quarter of 2024, domestic investment rose by $21 million, while export income increased by $176 million during the first quarter of 2025.
Tokyo Cement Group recently inaugurated its new cutting-edge cement manufacturing plant in Trincomalee. The fully automated high-tech cement grinding facility adds 1 million metric tons to Tokyo Cement's total production capacity, increasing it to 4 million metric tons per annum, which is the largest in the country. According to its chairman, Dr. Harsha Cabral, the manufacturing capacity expansion to 4 billion metric tons, powered by state-of-the-art European technology, reaffirms the commitment of Tokyo Cement Group to innovation and environmentally efficient production. Most importantly, the entire project was executed by its in-house engineering teams, a powerful testament to Sri Lankan potential and its inherent confidence in creating value from within. And now it's time for the ESG highlights.
investors in Sri Lanka's wind and solar power plants will get the political risk protection from MIGA, an affiliate of the World Bank based in Washington. MIGA stands for Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency.
A key feature includes 40 million USD in World Bank Group guarantees in the first phase to reduce risks for private investors and energy producers. These guarantees aim to de-risk payment obligations from the Ceylon Electricity Board, boosting investor confidence and attracting financing on more favorable terms. The World Bank Group's private sector arms the International Finance Corporation, and the Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, known as MIGA, will offer complementary support through direct investments and political risk insurance. MIGA will support the program by offering political risk insurance to reduce uncertainty for international investors.
Sri Lanka's Aitken Spence said it is selling a 100 megawatt thermal power plant instead of relocating it overseas. This was after the island's power utility mentioning that they would no longer need the plant. Aitken Spence told shareholders in the annual report that going forward, the group has decided to divest the residual assets instead of relocating the plant overseas, in keeping with the group policy of reaching net zero emissions by 2030. The Ambalipitia heavy fuel plant was one of several built about 20 years ago as activists blocked coal plants in the CEB's general plan, forcing more expensive reciprocal engines and combined cycles running on liquid fuels to be built. Here is Tarindo with the international update of the week.
Oil prices surged as Wall Street's first reaction towards the American strikes on the 3 nuclear facilities of Iran. Furthermore, oil futures dumped by 2.7% as a response to this risk. Furthermore, US oil futures jumped by 2.7% in reaction to these risks.
Brent futures, the global benchmark for oil prices, increased 2.44%, hitting 78.88 USD per barrel. US stock futures fell in response to the attacks. Dow futures dropped by 175 points or 0.4%. S&P 500 futures fell 0.4%, while Nasdaq futures tumbled 0.5%. The US dollar, however, rose 0.3%, an encouraging sign after the greenback had tumbled after the Trump administration put in place historic tariffs on foreign imports. The dollar, widely referred to as the world's reserve currency, tends to rally in times of global unease and conflict, but some market observers questioned if that would happen again under Trump's America First policies.
And that's it for this week's LOLC Securities Weekly Market Roundup. No matter what investment decision you make it with the right intel. We will see you next week.